Yeah. So here we go with the experience of the Morningtendo. So how many Nintendos are there really, like in a day? Well, in a day, there are how many Nintendo plays are there? There's Morning Tendo, there's Afternoon Tendo, then there's Evening Tendo, and then the final Nintendo is Night Tendo. So we'll go ahead and use time as a technicality. So in its we will describe time in its technical sense rather than um, the spirituality of time or any kind of esoteric meaning to it. All right, we had that dreadful nicotine fit. So, ooh, man, that was horrible. That was why I should not drink and smoke ever again because smoke cigarettes. I'm not even a regular smoker. It's just like an add-on that I add on. But I'm gonna try to cut that out like entirely. Tomorrow I'm just gonna go for the gold. So I'm gonna pull a. Maybe they won't even say go for broke in the future. Maybe they'll say go for Vaughn. Like Lindsey Vaughn. Yeah. Now I know why the guys were going gaga for Lindsey Vaughn because she's hot. Yeah. And just because she's gotten older doesn't mean she's not hot. She's still super hot. So her working out is almost like porn. Really, it's almost like looking at her butt cheeks when she's doing her exercises. With almost it's like a porno. Well, a very not nude, legal porno, but still. Got your boy Dean here, Don. All right, we're gonna get some splash fruit. That bird egg in the house. My boy Dean, yo, my boy Don. See this tree? It's gonna be history tree. Meow. Yo. Mm-mm. Yo. Mm-mm. Oh, hopefully everybody enjoyed James Bond. No, I think I've been like had a lifetime of ideas, and I think the AI just kind of like is a way to kind of unlock the ideas in a way that I wasn't really able to get into before. So But the beast or the antichrist system, it is a precarious system. So look at the butt cheeks. Oh yeah, so this is daunting because people are like, "What the heck is going on?" Yeah, like if somebody saw this for the first time, they might think, what in the world is this? Yeah, exactly. Like, what in the hell? Yeah, that's what I thought the first time I played this game. I was like, "This is a Zelda game? What?" Yeah. Um, all right, this boy gonna die now, don't? Hey, sweetheart. Oh, hit me twice. About to get down. So, oh yeah, stat. There you go. That's the girl. Oh god, this girl's like, oh, this girl's a straight up fantasy, huh? Yeah, she's too hot to be true. No, she's a real girl, man. It's weird because like she's so cute, but she's like not even. She is pretty. I can't say she's not. Atarashi Gakko. Wow. Yeah. Oh, Suzuka. Yeah. It's kind of weird because she's like Suzuka is like a this female like um like she's almost like a John Lennon with her glasses. She has her geeky glasses. Like she's like Egon and John Lennon, the intellectual one with her nerdy glasses, but she's so cute. And usually I don't like. Usually I like girls with some, some butt with some tits. But this girl is like, so cute. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, but you know what? Like at 45, that's just like oh, like it's just a lot of those J-pop bands are just they're these like young girls that are barely out of high school, and they dress up in schoolgirl outfits, and you know what I mean. Like so, I know they want to stream records, sell records um, to I actually like I'm their target market, like a single guy that dreams about pretty beautiful women all the time. Like that's the target market. Like guys like basically, incels or singles or whatever. I guess they used to call people just singles and then it turned into incel when it became like so incel was the term involuntary celibate, like couldn't get girls or couldn't get laid. Like so I think at first it was just like, oh, that person's single, like they're just a loser, and then it kind of morphed into the incel thing over time. Like incel is a category like homeless. It's like it's category that no one wants to be in. So it's like stage 5, stage 4 cancer. It's like there's certain categories in life that people don't want to be in, right? So yeah, I guess with the growth of artificial intelligence, if it can replace a lot of white collar jobs, like if I'm good at selling things on a computer job, if I'm good at computers, if I'm tech savvy, um, if I'm good with people, if I'm good with typing, like AI is going to make all that stuff kind of like basically more or less irrelevant. A lot of jobs and a lot of highly skilled jobs. So so the lifeline of society used to be backup jobs. So like if you weren't really high educated and you didn't go to Harvard and you needed a job, somebody could find a job. And so I suspect it's going to be like eventually the people that like me that used to get a job at a cafe or used to get a job at the Sack and Save or something to make ends meet, you know, we're going to be competing with people that are like laid off, like droves and droves of people that are laid off from big tech and other firms like UPS or Amazon. I know they have the pretty commercials on TV, and it's like, get a job, lots of money, great benefits, flexible schedule, and it's like, it seems like everything's fucking honky dory in Jeff Bezos' Amazon world, but they just cut like 30,000 jobs. So obviously, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Okay, so some say AI is a bubble, and we've already discussed the spiritual aspect of AI, um, that it may be satanic in nature, the Antichrist, the AI. Okay, so AI might be a bubble. It might be the Antichrist. Number 3 is that there's going to be tons of jobs lost. And, most channels say it's going to be a gigantic wipeout of jobs and financial opportunities and, employment. So shit's going to get real. Shit's been real since the 2020 started, but shit's going to get real coming up here shortly. So, yeah, I mean, having people fight for the job at the Burger King is going to be pretty interesting, because it's going to happen where people are going to fight for every little scrap that the tech overlords and the elites try to keep us tide us over while they buy luxury yachts and buy McMansions. Happy President's Day. Yeah. I'm actually glad President's Day is not necessarily a celebration of all presidents. I like how it's like mainly celebrating George Washington and Abraham Lincoln for the most part. So it's pretty cool. But if you would like to celebrate all the presidents or the ones that you like, then that's fine too. Cool. We have the Johnny 5 robots, the short circuit, the Zonai. Welcome to the team. Well, yeah. Yeah. Without a doubt, Dom. I got a Soldier Reaper. Yeah. Is it a Reaper 2? Yeah, the best Reaper is Reaper 2. Yeah. You might be a doctor or a chimney sweeper. Sooner or later, everybody dances with the Reaper. Oh, the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. That's a legend, fool. The William Sadler. James Bond. Yeah. Okay. I did the dishes. So, yeah. Got the dishes going. Ooh. Yeah, no more nicotine. No more nicotine. Yeah. That shit was brutal. So I could definitely see a situation in which is pretty much already here, that I can envision a situation in America in which people are fighting over like really crappy jobs, and of course that's bad. Let's see what river system we're on. Okay. Yee, yee, yee. Yee, yee, yee. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yee. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Uh, 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 uh. Octorock. Boy, about to get down. Down, down, down. Oh, I'm stuck in the pond, fool. That's why I couldn't get out to the river system. Oh, that's cute. Tula. Tula. You're so cute sometimes. I can't stop and get snug. Is it going to be chilly tonight, Tula? Need you thinking? It's okay, Tula. Oh, you're not Tula. You don't kiss me so much. You want to kiss me so much. You want to kiss me. No, you won't. Okay. I know you don't like me kissing you. Here's a kiss I can help out. You little puppy boy. Yeah. You little itty bitty puppy boy. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Tula. You give me lots of good kissing. I love you. Okay. You have enough blankets, too? Okay. You want some blankets? Good, good, good. I'm ready. I love you too. Oh, yes. Baby boo. Oh, yeah. I have a snug on her, too. Yeah, Tula too cute sometimes. She is too cute of a Shih Tzu. Tula too cute. She is way too cute for a puppin. The fortress. Ah, mind if I dock? I am Batman. Ah, they kicked my butt, man. All right, it's time for something serious. Hey, okay, here we go. Face impalement. Yeah, I guess Vlad the Impaler. You know, the king of Wallachia. In the ancient Romania, there's lots of the inspiration for Count Dracula. So this was a prince who became king, who took drastic measures to protect his kingdom. Very drastic measures, from invading Islamic armies. Uh, so it's Islamic armies, Ottoman Turks. So uh, yeah, he's famous for doing uh, really, he was doing a lot of psychological warfare to protect his kingdom uh, of Wallachia in Romania. So Vlad the Impaler, for the invading armies, he would impale his enemies, hence the name Impaler. He's from the house of Dracul, the house of the Order of the Dragon, and so in Romania he's like this big hero, and now in Western civilization he's getting more heroic status. So that's in spite of the um, Count Dracula, monster stories and stuff. That just adds to the lore, really. I don't think it really. Um, so now Vlad the Impaler historically is looking like a hero, defending his land, defending his people. I guess he was like the Donald Trump of his day, you know. Not that way, huh? Wrong. So since Vlad the Impaler did not have high a number of forces, he was forced to use psychological warfare against, I believe, the Ottoman Turks invading Islamic armies. Of So when Arabic people try to take over using Islam and Allah, they do a caliphate, which is it means they want to. I mean, they do a jihad. But they want to create a caliphate, which is the Islamic state in their conquered lands. There is no choice to convert to Islam. It is just it is just people are forced. It is kind of like being forced into the Chinese Communist Party. If you're in China, you'd be forced to be part of it whether you wanted to or not. They would just force you, and then if you didn't obey, then they would just send you to the re-education camp. Or it's basically like a Nazi concentration camp. Not as friendly as a Russian gulag. Oh, so Islam, it's convert or die. With the Chinese communists, it's obey or die, basically. So I see a lot of memes from Europe that are praising Vlad the Impaler and saying, "Hey, he was a hero. We should do what Vlad did." and they're saying they should, send a message. Um, what the Mexican drug cartels do today is kind of a weak version of what Vlad the Impaler used to do. So, the penalties in um, for gangster criminal drug cartel organizations, the mafia, they're pretty harsh punishments so that the enemies get the message. Cement galoshes, filling somebody's shoes with cement, throwing them at the bottom of the ocean. Um, what else? Well, I mean, the Romans had crucifixion, of course. So that's a message, putting somebody on a cross and nailing their hands and feet to the wooden cross. Yeah, that's a message to enemies of the Romans, for sure. That's what they call the not so instant messaging system, crucifixion. So it's a psychological tactic to parade around human bodies of your enemies. And Vlad the Impaler. Yeah. Vlad 3. Vlad Dracula. Yeah, it's opposition to the Ottoman Empire. Is considered an important ruler in Wallachian history, of course. Voivode of Wallachia 3 times. Yeah. Oh, they still have descendants of Dracula today, huh? Wow, he had 2 children. Sigisoria, Romania, 1431. Wow. Vlad 3. Vlad 3, it sounds like a video game. Vlad 3. Like it's like Doom 3. Yeah. They should make an entire series about Vlad the Impaler. Love that. Like a whole video game where you're like the Impaler. Well, I guess his punishments against the invading Ottoman Turks, the Ottoman Empire, were very, draconian. it it would make Count Dracula blush. Yeah, he impaled his enemies in horrific ways for invading uh, his kingdom, and so invaders they put stakes up people's asses and shit and let them die for days while they have a um, stakes up their buttholes. And he did boil people alive and watch them boil, and he did eat while he would eat dinner and watch his enemies suffer agonizing pain. So, but his kingdom was protected. Yes, so he did win, as it were, even though his methods uh, were effective but unnecessarily, or maybe necessarily cruel. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm you know one of that I'm a non-Romanian person who thinks he's cool. So No doubt he protected his kingdom, man. Yeah. Oh. So we got the game battle plan for tomorrow. Mom comes back into town. We're gonna have the grilled pork chops, fettuccine, green beans, and then, yeah, I mean, I might mix up a few, but I'm not gonna get wasted because I'm gonna keep my eye on the prize, which is $700,000. So I'm gonna try to win that bad boy tomorrow. Yeah, I already selected my tickets and my numbers. Yeah, kicked a little money back, but I need some more. So. Isn't it kind of strange when you have all these like Democrat politicians and they're millionaires from their shady business dealings and their corruption, and they use their position as like a wealth grift for themselves and their families, and they don't care if they rip off the taxpayers. They don't care what the scheme is, so as long as they're personally enriched. So they do not care. But what's the amazing part is that they're still angry that they don't have more, which is really, you know, bizarre. It's like they get a house, they get a wife, they get two or three kids. They I don't know, steal Minnesota taxpayers or American taxpayers' money, and they become millionaires in the Congress, and then but they still want more. They're like, give me more money. I don't just want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Like, yeah, I don't want one mansion. I want two. Like, it never seems to be enough. What, it never, it seems like no matter what the financial goal is, it seems like nobody's really satisfied. It's just, I don't know if that's just like a feature of humanity or if I don't know if that's the feature or the bug. Never really, really, really being content or satisfied. I noticed that Sora and OpenAI, they're putting more safeguards on for children, and they're trying to. Yeah, I noticed the requirements have gotten more strict for children. So not that my stuff is like any more vulgar than anybody else's. It's just the it seems like when AI was first coming out, it seemed like the wild wild west, and you could almost do anything. But you could definitely feel uh, the systems coming back in to add more and more rules and make it less fun. See, the wild wild west, yeah, it was more dangerous, but it was more fun though. So is the thing about the wild wild west. So the wild wild west was more free, it was more fun, but it was more dangerous. These psycho Muppets can't swim. I just call them like Psycho Sesame Street Muppets. That was a great idea to make Psycho Sesame Street characters. Yeah, that was a great idea. Like Tickle Me Elmo. Yeah, I mean, like if I tried to do a movie Tickle Me Elmo, then the new algorithm, the new rules might not let me do it because um, maybe the word hell, maybe it would say it was inappropriate for kids or teens or something. But it's really not even really that bad. It's not particularly vulgar. It's not a lot of sex. It's not, you know, perverse. So so might just be limited to saying like dad jokes, or just like censorship always brings up a problem, which is yeah, the lack of liberty and freedom. So that is the issue. People, the powers that be, they take away people's freedoms, and they use very slick criteria for that. It's okay, in the name of protecting the children, we're going to take away more of your freedoms. Yeah. So children that aren't even yours, that you don't even know. All right, that's how they do it. It's for the children. It's like George Carlin. It's for the children. Yeah. They hang kids over people's heads. Like, little Johnny got the device and he heard the word fuck and his life was never the same. What's the other one they try to take away people's liberties? Oh yeah, they say there's a crisis. Yeah, there's a virus. You got to stay 6 feet apart from other people. Like a slick way to take away everybody's First Amendment rights is to release a plague. That's like the slickest thing you could do, because you get to take away so many rights. So nobody can check out the voting polls or the voting machines because everybody has to vote in. So they can take away people's right to speak freely and express themselves online. Um, okay, so that takes away the freedom of speech because you're not allowed. They make it so that you can't talk about certain topics like COVID or COVID origins or the 2020 election or whatever. And then you literally had Catholic women going, I can't go worship my Lord. And so they took away the freedom of assembly. So if they take away the freedom of assembly, then that's the core tenet of religion, is a congregation of your peers, and so of your community. All right. So they took away the freedom of speech online through censorship. Then they took away freedom of assembly, so people can't get together and talk about how their freedoms are getting stripped away. It's very clever, actually. Uh, Phantom Cannon, one of my favorites. Yeah, the demons in this game are very scary. Very, a lot of skull, a lot of blood, a lot of. They look cool actually. They look very scary. Maybe the Demon King looks a little bit too scary because he has blood and he has the skeleton face with the blood and the meat. Yeah. It's a very scary Demon King cannon. Like blood coming out of his eyes, and it's pretty intense. The Demon King. Wow, this one's almost done, huh? 32. Oh, I didn't know that. Royal Guards clay. Oh, it's Royal Guards Claymore. That's why it has massive hit points. Whoa. That's not very powerful. So get a Gloom Sword. Let's go for broke. Let's go for a Lindsey Vaughn because, like Lindsey Vaughn, we're not getting any younger. So, yeah. What is she like? 41? Yeah, I'm like 45, almost 46. So, yeah, times not really. I don't know. You think Mick Jagger's still singing "Time, Time's on my side"? Maybe not so much anymore. Time, 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 time's on my side. Yes, it is now. That's a classic one. You come running back. You come running back to me. Like that song is like basically perfect. Yeah. I know it might sound old fashioned, old hat, but it's really there are some like timeless songs, you know. There are songs in human existence that are absolutely timeless and they never really diminish by time and by changing styles. And I think all right. In the cave, Dave. Batman? No, Batman's not in here. Batman? I found the Batcave. No. I wish Alfred? See like Alfred. You see like that. I mean, that would be tripped out. You think you're in the Legend of Zelda world, and all of a sudden you go through a cave and it's like it's the Batcave. That would be cool. And you got in the Batmobile. Link man. Watery cave. But let's do some swimming through matter like normal folks. Like ordinary human beings. Yeah. My dog's just trying to sleep. Shut up. It's after. Oh man, it's 2 a.m. It's like, wow. They say time goes faster when you get older. Like, yeah, I still remember being 17, like bagging groceries, and they had this clock, and it was, like the grocery store clock in the center of the grocery store. And I was just, it was bad because I would be looking at that clock like, oh my God, because it was like my first job when I was like 17. And I was like, man, this job is like fucking, this feels like I'm here forever. I think the grocery store was like, man, I can't wait to get off. But like, because the job for the most part sucked. And, but one job I didn't really even, I mean, it was a job, but sometimes I forgot that I was at work. It was that when I worked at a movie theater. That's when I like, I was having so much fun sometimes that I forgot that I was actually at a job. Oh no, people would bring it down. Equipment would malfunction. There would be rude customers and stuff. Oh yeah, all that shit would be going down. But it didn't feel like something where I had to run and look at the clock and say, oh my God, I can't wait to get out of this hell. Like it wasn't like the clock, you know, the big circular clock with the hands staring at me for laughing at me. Work's gonna be long, uncomfortable, and painful. Just the way work is supposed to be, and low pay too. So there's gonna be no aspect of this except you can just barely pay your bills or something. Yeehaw! Sounds like a fun time to me. Sounds like a fun time, motherfucker. No, it's no. I love that Terry Bozzio when it's titties and beer, and he goes, "That sounds pretty bad to me, motherfucker." When Frank Zappa is talking about being signed to Warner Brothers for 7 years. Frank Zappa. Yeah, that would have been cool to meet that dude, but he would have been dying of cancer by the time. Well, at least I got to see Eddie Van Halen though. So before he died of cancer. Yeah, he looked really bad, like he had been smoking and drinking hard liquor a lot. He looked like Deathly Deathly Hallows from Harry Potter. I've decided to have some eggs and grits tomorrow. Eggs and grits, and then like some sausage or something for the breakfast. Take the dogs out. Take Bella and Tula out, and then Mom gets home. I get that dinner rolling. make a great dinner. Hear the tales of Benton, Arkansas, which seemed like kind of boring, and Grandma got better, but I can still listen to the tales. And then maybe a little mixer elixir late, and a little mixalicious. Good. Beam me up, Scotty. Uh oh, made a big mistake, huh? Yeah. You didn't do anything about the propulsion system. Duh. Yeah, there we go. Now we got that momentum drive. So yeah, I mean, to me, like it is useful, like the idea of faith, even if I really don't really believe it. It's still good, just like the construct of the idea. The idea is motivating. So the idea is that, okay, I would like to get some things. I would like to do some things, and so, but how am I going to find the fuel for it? How am I going to find the motivation? Well, I could say, well, I find faith, and that's my motivation. So it's a way to get inspiration, commune with higher beings, um, to convene with higher powers. Good ones, hopefully, and not demons. And so it's just the way I can cross the marathon, the finish line, and get the prize. So the idea of faith is useful to, um, that that end. Uh oh. Let's put our vehicle somewhere else so we don't. All right. Trying to mess my vehicle down. I'm messing with my vehicle. I'm gonna do you a via kill. Via kill. Spectacle rock, just like the Zelda: A Link to the Past. Spectacle rock. So if faith is a construct, like an idea, then but it's a useful idea though, because you have to believe in it and for your goals to come true. Because if you don't believe in it, then you can't find the motivation to complete the goals. Because you would say, oh, that's insane. Like, why would I complete goals when I could just play it as safe as possible? It's like, why go the extra mile for a trophy that won't even be there? And y'all know the answer to that, I think. Yeah, logically it doesn't make any sense, but I don't think things are really accomplished because they're sane. I think that a lot of things are accomplished because somebody's pushing real hard because they believe in something insane. Because if you're sane, you would say, "Oh, I'm getting out of here. Like this is too hard." If you're kind of like insane or your idea is insane, that it's easier to believe in something that's harder most of the time. Oh, good. We still have some cannons. Let's go fight a dragon. Frodo Dragons. Welcome to the Dragon. Hobo Faggins. Yeah, my friend, when I said Hobo Faggins, he didn't like that one. It's like, don't say that. Don't say Hobo Faggins. It's like, why are you offended by that? I'm just joking around. It's like you're not even gay. You're not. You're heterosexual, like myself. You know. Like, why are you worried about that? Uh, shit. So that didn't work out, and I just destroyed my shit immediately. Oh, idea. Check out my boys. There we go. Here we go. Ah, ooh, dude, he just zaps you off like I'm an insect, huh? Okay. Do I have something that's 130? 132, but it's about to break. Yeah, there we go. All right, what do we got here? 76? The spirit of 76? Hell yeah. Got it down. It has that Robert Zemeckis Back to the Future music. I love it. That was an interesting composition choice to make it sound like Back to the Future music, like cinematic adventure music. That's a good idea. Oh man, gotta get him before he. Yeah. Ah. Uh-oh. Shit. Does that start sapping me up? No. Send a fireball down on me. Dang. Take this. Talk about a flamer. Dang. Yeah, was Darren gay? Yeah, that's the thing. He never tried to kiss me, or I don't think he was gay. I know what it was. I mean, he might have been gay in the closet, but like he knows that some guy's straight and likes girls, not to grab the balls or whatever. Yeah. So, well, when was the time I thought Darren was gay? It's when he said, I really like, he said, I really like, I really like muscular, I really love bodybuilding women when we were smoking weed one time. And I was like, what? What? You know, but we were really high when he said that. So maybe there's like a high allowance. My dogs are tuckered out. Dang. I love these dragon boys. Yeah. Imagine how much effort that would be to be a flying lizard dinosaur. Mm, my boy. Play with some of those Asian sad tunes. Play me some of those Asian blues. Ah, ah. Is this Dig Dog Bridge? This looks like we up on Dig Dog, bro. Up on the Dig Dog. Yeah. Later. Huh, that was like basically like this part of the game is like Indiana Jones right here. Indiana Tones in the Temple of Tunes. Yeah, that AI was funnier. Okay, so the ways in which the government corporations are going to try to take away people's freedoms, besides like the virus, and it's really not a free press, right? If it's like this like bullshit propaganda, state media propaganda complex, like that's not really a free press. Free press is like what that guy's doing, Tyler Oliveri and that guy Shirley. That's called like real journalism, where you go places and say, "Hey, what's going on?" And you have your microphone, your camera. That's what real journalism is. It's when people go out there into the world and go get information. It's not just like executives and elites and a particular political party, uh, just writing lies and spin and propaganda every single day, minute, hour, year after year, just making up bullshit. So that takes care of the freedom of the press, because freedom of the press is the Shirley finding about the Leering centers in Minneapolis, Minnesota, about Somali fraud and corruption. Nick Shirley, yeah. Dun, dun. Is it too hot? Too hot to handle? Too cold to hold? Oh, yeah, I'm about to go to sleep, though. Yeah, we're not staying up till 6 in the morning with beer tonight. That's for sure. So there's a flight to Nick, too, huh? Yeah, the glad shirt. There it is. Radiant tights. Radiant tights. We're men in tights. Men in tights. Robin Hood, men in tights. Yeah. So I thought Darren. So what I thought about Darren is that he had Tourette's syndrome, and I just thought what I thought in my head was that, okay, maybe he's not homosexual. Maybe he's just like Tourette's, and he can't get girls. So he's like an incel basically. So because people treat him like he's special or like he's retarded. Yeah. So cap of the wind, baby. With that glide shirt on. You gliding, baby? No, to glide, you gotta go. Gotta go on a fantastic voyage, glide, ride, slippity slide, or however it goes. Come along on a fantastic voyage. Ooh. Well, this was officially the weekend at Scotty's. How did it go? What was weekend at Scotty's? Oh yeah, there it is. Get some Point Break action. Pull the chute. You pull it. Ah. Yeah, I know they tried to redo, make a updated Point Break. Man, it looked like crap. Yeah, it looked like garbage. So, um, let's get it, G. Yeah. All right. Got your girl, Naya. Why you boys always perving on Maya? Uh-oh. Oh, that was the end of the mission. I thought we were gonna lick our butts. Levo. Oh. Yeah. Oh. All right, I'm about to go hit the. Got your boy Red wrong. What? What you smoking, boy? Dreaming of that weed. Why you dreaming of weed? Messing with the real link now, dog. Sun shrooms. All right, y'all keep up the good work. Be chilling in this tent. Oh, is it time for my rider? Oh, it's not in my design queue anymore. Bummer. So there wasn't. So there's no freedom of the press, at least the corporate, liberal, legacy fake news media. I'm about to nod off like an old man. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh. Happy President's Day. And then I'll be back for we'll try to have some Mario Kart Monday. Get the breakfast rolling, take care of the dogs, and then see how the day unfolds. Um, yeah, Granny's still with us, and peace.